Hey everyone, check this out. Just look at these stunning moves. Muay Thai elbows flashing in the ring, Judo throws flipping opponents, Shaolin masters shattering bricks with ease, and some MMA fighters landing those unforgettable knockouts. It makes you wonder, which martial art really takes the title of the best? You see, every style here has its own power and flair. Karate preaches discipline that sculpts the mind and body, while Muay Thai is all about power and precision. But what if the key isn't sheer strength? That's right, I have watched fighters relying on brute force stumble when the unexpected happens. It's almost as if raw power hides a secret that might say the best fighter is the one who can adjust, who is smart enough to know when to attack and when to retreat. Exactly. Imagine a fighter who not only masters his art but constantly learns from every rival, every mistake, evolving his style continuously. It's a twist that challenges everything we take for granted about martial arts. Yes, it isn't just about having the most impressive moves. It's about understanding your limitations, learning from them, and turning those weaknesses into strengths. This mystery is what we will explore together today. So, are you ready to dive deep and rethink what makes a martial art the ultimate one? Let's ponder a question that has echoed through the ages. What really makes a martial art the ultimate style? I, like many others, have spent countless hours studying traditional texts and observing fighters in action. From the ancient temples of Shaolin to the modern arenas where fighters test their mettle, every culture seems to have designed its own answer. It is important to remember that each martial art is born from the need to survive. Whether it's the disciplined strikes of karate, the explosive force of Muay Thai, or even Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu's ground tactics, every style has been honed through battles and self-improvement. They say a true warrior learns from every experience, victory or defeat. There is an intriguing balance here. Perhaps the question isn't simply, which style is the strongest? Instead, consider this. Each art carries its own strengths and weaknesses. That means no single discipline can boast perfection in every circumstance, yet each offers unique lessons. That's a key point. I have seen karate masters emphasize calm concentration, while Muay Thai practitioners trust in their explosive energy. And then there are fighters on the ground, who show that the floor itself can transform a fight. With every style comes a vulnerability, a gap in the method that only becomes visible when pushed to its limits. It is through understanding these vulnerabilities that we can begin to comprehend how a true martial artist adapts. By training in more than one art, one might close those gaps, refining both body and mind simultaneously. Ultimately, the best art may emerge only when we learn that the warrior's journey isn't defined solely by victory but by the constant evolution and the quest to balance strength with sagacity. So, our search for the ultimate martial art really starts with a deeper question: the search for a style that transcends physicality and becomes a path to personal growth. Now, let's set the stage for a real experiment. Today, we have gathered experts from 10 different disciplines: boxing, karate, Muay Thai, Taekwondo, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, Kung Fu, Krav Maga, Capoeira, and modern MMA. Each fighter is here to showcase their style, but most importantly, to see how their art stands up against others in unpredictable scenarios. It's thrilling to be among the best. We're not just testing strength or speed, we're exploring adaptability. When you watch a boxer throw rapid jabs or a karateka unleash a pinpoint counter-strike, you quickly see that each move tells a story. And today, those stories will collide. Observe how our boxer, full of lightning-fast jabs, sets the pace in the ring. Yet, just then, our karate expert interrupts with a swift counter, demonstrating that precision can neutralize power in an instant. It becomes a real-time lesson in strategy and adaptation as every fighter adjusts their tactics. From my years in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, can tell you that the ground is full of secrets. It's not just about overpowering your opponent but about reading their next move and finding that unexpected opening. When I grab hold of a moment, I turn a struggle into an opportunity for a submission. Watching intently, notice that as the fighters exchange blows, they start to incorporate moves they've rarely used before. When the boxer's rapid strikes falter against a grappler's well-timed defense, or when the karateka learns to shield against an unruly kick, a fascinating transformation occurs. The battle quickly becomes a fluid dance of adjustments. The experiment shows us that no single art is complete on its own. Each fighter today demonstrates strength, precision, and even a touch of unpredictability. What really stands out is that when one approach meets its counter, the fighter must innovate. The practitioner who can slip away from a predicted move and deliver an unanticipated response becomes the one who truly dominates the battle. As I watch the energetic exchanges, I see that every fighter is pushing beyond their traditional confines. It's no longer about winning by brute strength or memorized techniques alone. Instead, every fighter is learning to blend the best of their training with what they observe in the heat of battle. It becomes evident that our experiment isn't about finding which style is inherently superior. It's about finding who among these masters can use adaptability to overcome even their own specialized limitations. In this arena, every moment is a test of creativity and tact. By the end of today's sessions, we all learn an important lesson. The ultimate martial art may not be the one with the flashiest moves, but the one that adapts, evolves, and transforms with every confrontation. Gather around, everyone. Let's dig a little deeper. It's time to shift our mindset and ask, which art is truly the best? But before we can answer, we need to figure out, best for what? Is it for surviving a street brawl, mastering the discipline required for inner peace, or maybe something entirely different? You see, every martial art is like a different flavor of wisdom. For me, it's never been just about the flashy moves or fast strikes, but about understanding life itself. Each time I step onto the mat or train with a student, I recognize that the real victory lies in learning from our setbacks. When I perform my forms or engage in slow, meditative movements, I remember that every art has its strengths and its flaws. A boxer who never learns proper defense on the ground might be strong initially, yet fall apart under pressure. Similarly, a student of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu might excel in grappling but may not be as effective without some striking skills. The lesson is obvious when you stop and think about it. That's precisely what I mean. I've realized that a fighter who clings only to one way of fighting limits themselves. It's like trying to drive a car with only one gear, effective for one speed, but hopeless when you need versatility. The best martial artist is the one who evolves, who takes bits and pieces from every discipline to create a craft that is uniquely personal and thoroughly effective. Every time I teach, I emphasize that understanding your own limits is the first step towards overcoming them. A martial artist who learns to embrace and work through their weaknesses finds the strength to reinvent their fighting style. For instance, the karate master who trains to stay calm in chaos, or the Muay Thai fighter who practices restraint, both are evolving into something greater than just a sum of techniques. Our conversation today isn't just about comparing moves. It's about understanding how every style, with all its rigor and tradition, has a point of vulnerability that forces us to adapt. When we recognize that vulnerability, we empower ourselves to overcome it, mixing in new strategies and learning from every encounter, no matter how challenging. So the shift in our thinking is crucial. It's no longer valid to claim that one art is universally the best. Instead, the answer is found in how each style can learn from another, how a fighter evolves to meet the ever-changing demands of combat and life. As you grow more experienced, your journey evolves into creating an art that is entirely your own, a synthesis of every lesson learned from the disciplined strikes of karate, the passionate force of Muay Thai, and the reflective patience of Tai Chi. In embracing this blend, every fighter's journey transforms into one of self-discovery and continuous adaptation. This is where true mastery lies. Today, as we reflect on everything we've experienced, one undeniable truth comes forward. Real strength isn't about starting off as the most powerful, it's about learning to change with the times. I've seen it in our training sessions, where each fighter begins to incorporate techniques and insights from different styles. After a heated spar, have felt the shift firsthand. It's not just about landing the perfect punch or executing the ideal throw. It's about the moment when you change your approach because you see an opening that no one expected. I, too, have observed that the fighters who truly impress are those who can combine the calm of Tai Chi with the explosive energy of Muay Thai, or the discipline of karate with the strategic thinking of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This blend is what creates someone flexible enough to face any circumstance. When I watch a student learn to adapt on the fly, it reminds me that our greatest battles are not against another person, but against our own fixed ideas about what is possible. By challenging ourselves to change, we unlock hidden strengths and discover innovative ways to overcome obstacles. It becomes clear that true mastery is an ongoing process, one of evolution rather than perfection. Each failure we encounter is simply a lesson in disguise, a stepping stone to becoming a warrior who is continually better, continually more whole. And every time I adjust my strategy mid-fight, I feel that rush of clarity, an awareness that no single method is infallible, and that being ready to change is what truly sets us apart. In that moment, every fighter finds not only the answer to the fight at hand but the secret to becoming unstoppable in life itself. Let us embrace this realization. True strength comes from the courage to evolve and from learning to fight not just an opponent, but the limitations within ourselves. After everything we've talked about today, here's the simple yet profound truth I stand by. The best martial art isn't defined solely by its techniques or its power in battle. It's all about finding the style that fits you, the one that molds your mind, your heart, and your body into something uniquely yours. Through my years of training, I've learned that the ultimate art is the one that turns perceived weaknesses into strengths, that transforms challenges into opportunities for growth. At the heart of it, the best martial art is the one that makes you a better person, someone who is always learning, always adapting, and ultimately, always evolving. So remember, what truly matters isn't the art you choose, but who you become along the way. Now it's your turn. What do you think is the best martial art? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to like this video if it made you think. And subscribe for more stories of wisdom and warrior spirit. Let's continue learning together.